Hello, all. Welcome to the Hockey on Tap podcast. This is episode 120. I know Sam has it up there as 119, but it is 120. Survived All-Star Weekend. We're brought to you by Primetime Radio, courtesy of Mr. Wu himself. I'm behind the glass. Yeah, barely. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Not
Apple,
your Twitter,
Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio.
Yeah,
Yes,
ignore Bill Dean's Twitter.
Yes, it was hacked. I am currently trying to fix this, and I already changed passwords. But yeah, I had a whole bunch of weird shit coming up on there. So
we assure you, there is Billy Dean has no kingdom with lots of money to give away.
Yeah,
but if you do want to,
if you want to donate,
I'm
by all means.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you want to donate, we are more. We will more than welcome. Donations, anything, so we get that private jet.
Yep. Oh yeah, we do need that private jet.
Yeah, could you imagine what we could do with that private jet?
We could go back to Arizona.
We could go to Mullet Arena whenever we wanted.
I'd go to Mullet Arena this weekend. Speaking of,
it would be.
Speaking of epic past weekend, Schwim, congratulations to you and Cynthia.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Weekend.
That was next.
Survived. That was next. Hey, that's just how good I am. Hey, sorry, Dean, I'm stealing thunder. Hey. I'm
it's all right, buddy.
Jumping ahead here. Anyway, congratulations.
Yeah, Schwim, congrats. It was awesome. We had, absolute blast. And this guy is a fantastic human being, and he's going to be an awesome husband. Poor Cynthia, but he's going to be an awesome husband. And we love you dearly, and we were so happy to be a part of your big day. And just congrats all around. Schwim, you are awesome, and we really do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it very much. You guys are pretty swell yourselves.
Yeah, and now for the real stuff. Schwim's team sucks.
Yep. Yep, 2-0.
No, 2-0. Yep. Schwim, your team, your boys, and this it's going to be the general theme of today's episode. I want to know, and let's get to what's on tap for today's episode. Here's our weekly snapshot. I want to go team by team with you guys, and I kind of want to Steve here too. He's coming back from work, but I wanted to kind of get you guys' opinions on each team and a move you think they need to make. And everyone's talking about trade deadline deals and all this other stuff. I know we already had the big trade happen last week, actually over the weekend, where you had Bo Horvat go to the Long Islanders.
Long Islanders,
some
I like that.
team.
The New York
team
Islanders.
That plays
that happened. No, that
other
that happened
I'm
last
doing
Monday.
Some really bad. Oh, yeah, it was last. Wait, we were on air for that.
Yeah, because you and I were discussing that last week as a duo.
We did,
since no one else.
He signed the contract this weekend.
Yes. That's right. He signed the contract. But some Long Island team, some misfit toys, they got a player that's on a career high pace right now, and they signed him to an 8-year, $8.5 million contract. And the best quote that I saw this week came from his own GM. Did you see this?
Oh, Uncle Lou, yeah.
Yes, he said something about he didn't like the term or the money or something like that.
It's too long and it's too much money. His own GM who just signed this rips on the contract.
That's
absolutely.
That's
fantastic.
basically that's essentially what Lou said about the Kovalchuk deal. He did not like the Kovalchuk deal.
No,
so my guess is just like with the Kovalchuk deal. This was not his idea, would be my thought, because this is not a Lou type of deal. This is far from a Lou type of deal. I mean, this is now, I guess you could say this is now becoming standard in the league with these 8-year, 6-year, 7-year, 8+ contracts. But yeah, this is definitely not a Lou type of deal. He is not happy about this one.
So what does that mean? Does that mean that ownership basically went over Lou's head and approved this thing?
It wouldn't shock me if that was the case, yes. Because that's Ledecky over there, and Ledecky wants his team to do well. And my guess is there has to have been some conversation about how the summer, nothing happened over the summer. So do it now, basically.
And does Horvat not care about winning? He just wants money? Because I don't know if I'm signing. Hey, 2-1. Boom! Sorry.
All right, your team half sucks. Shorts guy, why don't you answer that part?
What about Horvat? About not winning?
Yeah,
what about our beers also?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't do Hawks. Yeah, I wanted to get in this.
Well, after
Go ahead.
this.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, baby. Jack with a goal.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All of our teams are scoring.
And Tread's loving it. She's getting some pets over here. Tread's loving it.
So Shorts
anyway,
guy. Yeah, go ahead.
So about signing on the island?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it seems like he just took the money. Like, do you really think they're going to win a Stanley Cup in anytime soon? I don't know. To me, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see anytime soon, and that's because Lou kind of went with a lot of older Devils for a lot of the guys he's brought in since he's been there. He brought in Zach Parisi. He brought in a fantasy notification.
Did he bring in
Paul Mary?
Did he bring in Paul Mary?
He brought in Paul Mary. He brought in Zajac. So he did not make the team younger. I mean, he's got a good, he's got a superstar there in Barzal. Brock Nelson's really good. I mean, he was also an all-star. They, they've got Sorokin, who's fantastic in net. I thought he did fantastic in the all-star game. So they've definitely got some pieces. They've got Romanoff has been doing well. They've got some decent defense, but they're not scoring. They have no scoring. So that's really their problem. If they can shore up that scoring, they could be a force in the Metro again. But it's that lack of scoring right now that's keeping them out of the playoffs.
But is he a guy you want to pay $8.5 million to and have him be your almost a focal point with Matt Barzal?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of where. It's like,
Christ.
why would you? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, we'll have to see. I'm going to be honest. I've not watched a lot of Bo Horvat because because he's on the West Coast. Watching those Vancouver games is tough, and Vancouver has not been anything worth watching at all this season. So
they've been bad. Yeah,
they've been real bad. And the only thing that was worth watching with Vancouver is just the unfortunate disaster. That was how. They treated who was
Boudreaux?
Boudreaux. Yeah,
Boudreaux. Sorry, I'm just like completely out of my mind tonight. Anyway,
okay,
it's all right.
Quickly, the Canucks did announce their leadership team. They're doing all A's, and you got Quinn Hughes, Elias Pettersson. You also have JT Miller and OEL, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. So that is going to be their leadership council going forward.
We'll see who remains there. We see who remains there after the deadline.
After this end of the season, who's still there? I don't know.
I don't know.
They might be.
See a lot of guys.
They might be bad for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
let's do beers.
You're looking at the team. Yeah. Let's do beers.
Let's do beers.
Beers.
Shorts. Go ahead first.
All right. I'm going with an old reliable Mudhen 1883 IPA. I'm not really. Yeah, there's Dread right here. I'm not really a variety beer type of guy, but this is one of my favorites. It's even better on tap, and we should do a podcast from Mudhen at some point.
That'll be fun.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Oh yeah.
Schumer.
I am drinking one of the beers that was at my wedding this past weekend, actually.
Ooh.
Of course, it's a nightmare. A new one. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. I think it's Defenestration of Prague. It's a Pilsner. It's the first ever Pilsner that they brewed. Bohemian Pilsner fermented and lagered on French oak chips. It's pretty tasty. I heard a lot of people enjoyed it, so yeah.
I enjoyed. I can't tell you how many at your wedding.
I know. I enjoyed a couple myself.
It was mighty good.
Ray
Leo did ask, did anyone see? Yeah, mighty sharp. Did anyone see Tortorella's letter to the fans? Basically, just saying that the illustrates that the Flyers
Dean, what are you drinking?
They're not
Dean?
there yet.
Dean,
oh yeah,
what are you drinking?
Jeez, what a mess.
We're all over the place.
KY Sunrise.
tonight.
KY Sunrise called Pivot. It's a hard cider. I am tired and miserable, so I figured I'd go with something light and refreshing. Apple cider with pears and tart cherries. Pretty good. So I'll go with that one.
Okay.
But yeah, John Tortorella sends a letter to the season ticket holders on Monday. saying, while he's pleased by the team's effort, the organization has work to do to fulfill his vision. I'm not going to lie to you, and I want to be clear about this. We're not there yet. This was the first step in building the future of the Flyers and restoring our reputation as one of the most respected teams in hockey. Now, he came into this season saying that they're a contender. Well, he was saying he was a contender, and now they're stepping back saying first step in the building the future, and they're going to have to trade off a lot of pieces.
It's kind of like he said he went into it saying they were a contender. It's kind of like when a presidential candidate runs on all kinds of promises, and they get in office and they go, "Oh shit, I can't do any of what I wanted to do."
This is really bad.
Yeah. So he probably
turning out how I thought it would.
Yeah, he probably thought on paper they should be better, and then
they're not.
and then they're not. Turns out, and I'm sure there was a lot of adjustment for some of those players to getting used to his style. I heard an interview with Kevin Hayes on the radio from the All-Star break, and they kind of talked about his benching and things like that, and he said the guy it took some time, but a lot of the guys eventually bought into John Tortorella, and he said that one of the things that all the guys liked about him is his honesty about things. So
his brutal honesty.
Brutal honesty.
Yeah,
but you know what, as a professional, some guys like that. Probably what you want. Yeah, and it's if you can't handle that, then you're not going to be on the team very long. If management's willing to stick behind Tortorella, then he could be there for a while, and it's just something you got to get used to. I'm still annoyed that Larry Brooks hasn't been brought down per diem by like the Philadelphia Inquirer.
I mean, that would be one of those things. I would love to see that.
I want to see a highlight reel of just Tortorella, Larry Brooks conversations. I think that would be. I would just like to sit and watch that. I think that would be very entertaining.
Just a full hour-long sit-down interview with Larry Brooks. Just like Flyers.
Clip after clip after clip of him and Larry Brooks talking. It's fantastic. Oh Jesus.
So yeah, we have obviously the open letter. We talked about the trade. I did want to discuss quickly. We'll go back to the teams and what we think is going to happen. I got something funny, quick message for you. So a little story for you guys. So I'm calling about my insurance because when I had my son in November, we were supposed to change insurances January 1. Because he was born early, they basically sent it so that the insurance started. The change in insurance started the day that he was born. So which automatically, because I give them my old insurance card, and they go ahead and they put it in, and it gets declined because I don't have insurance through, whoever it was I had at the time. I could give free advertising, but I had this. I change it over, and I tell all these people that it is now this company. And I get on with a lady, and I'm like, "Hi, Bill Dean, blah blah blah. I have a change in insurance. We got a $30,000 bill for my son's NICU visit, and I'm like, can you help me out with this?" And I swear to God, she was typing the entire time. So I'm pretty positive this lady is just one of those serial just button mashers that pretends like she's doing work. She's like, "Here, I need to go to this," and then she starts clicking away, and it's like a Costanza bit. And I was like, "Am I losing it?" Because it was just clicking the entire like keyboard typing the entire time. And I'm like, "You can't be typing is she transcribing everything I'm saying?" It was amazing, and she just kept doing it the entire time. And then at the end, she was like, "I hope you have a nice day," and she's still typing. Have a great one. Still going balls to the wall on this typing. And she's like, "See you later, bye." And it was still clicking, and then we hung up. And I'm like, I had to have been duped. I had to have
You probably were.
It was actually Kramer. It was actually Kramer on Seinfeld when he was
exactly
on the episode of Murphy Brown. He's like her new assistant or something like that, and he's just typing like crazy while eating and talking to her and not even looking and drinking. Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing, and Curtis, props to that lady for really sticking it to me. So thought you guys would like that. All right, so we get quickly back to
back on track.
Some hockey news. Linus Ullmark, he notched his 25th win of the season in his 28th game started. Omar broke the NHL record for fewest number of games to reach the victory benchmark. He leads the league in goals against. He's a 1.9, save percentage 0.936. Single season, the NHL record for wins is 48 by Braden Holtby in the 15-16 season. So that's in play. He's only 23 wins away. The single season NHL record for modern era for goals against is 1.56. Do you guys know who has the modern era record for goals against?
Sorry.
Is it recent or is it?
It is 2011, 2012.
Jonathan
is it?
No.
Is it a fellow Boston Bruin?
Former TBL.
Former TBL.
Yep.
Oh, it's definitely not Mike Smith.
I was going to say TBL legend Mike Smith.
Definitely not Mike Smith.
Oh, Jesus. Hit this out of the air twice. Jesus. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a
TBL,
former
2011.
All right, another clue. One more clue before you give it to us.
Schwim, he is on your current team. Brian Elliott.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Brian Elliott.
1.56 goal against
team was he on?
modern era record.
At that point.
How many games played though?
That was the St. Louis Blues. He played 38 games, 30 games, 23 wins, a 940 save percentage, a 156 goals against.
Wow.
He's led the league in save percentage twice.
He's like a small Spurs.
You know what's crazy? He led the league in save percentage and goals against and came 5th in the Vezina.
Of course.
Wow. Who won it?
That would be Henrik Lundqvist.
He won it that year? That jerk?
Yep. Quickie was number
2000.
So Hank got a 197 goals against and a 930 save percentage, but he also had, that year he was in the Hart Trophy conversation, right? He was ridiculous.
That was
but
11-12?
Then Jonathan Quick, 2011, 2012, yeah.
Was that the year Boston won the Stanley Cup? Or was that the year before?
The Kings won.
Year before,
that's
the Kings. Yeah.
The year before they won that? All right.
Because Quickie was the runner-up in Vezina, followed by Pekka Rinne and the aforementioned Mike Smith with Phoenix.
Wow.
We also saw
fantastic.
We also saw the Devils beat the Rangers in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
which
we did.
The season ended. Season ended that day for me.
So Ray Leo did ask what would be a good return for Hayes. I mean, if you can get a first-round pick, but the problem is you have to eat some contract. And
Kevin Hayes from Philly?
A monster. Yeah. And the team's going to take on a contract on the other way. So that's going to be tough.
I think like every player can go for like a first-round pick now.
It's kind of becoming the trend.
It's like, I don't know, all these players, I've seen all they're doing is getting traded. Oh, remember that picture I showed you for the Devils, that potential trade for the Devils getting Timo Meier and Tim Stützle?
Oh,
yeah. Yep. Why don't you give Ray Leo that?
Wait, let me get the picture.
Oh, I'm sure Ray Leo has seen it.
Yeah, courtesy of some shithead on Twitter, who I will not give him credence.
What group did I send it to? I sent it to our WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
What the hell is it?
Yeah, it was like a 9-person trade.
Yeah, that's
not
it was pretty much.
It was basically it was between 3 teams. It was San Jose, Ottawa, Devils. The Devils got Timo Meier from San Jose, Tim Stützle from Ottawa, and like a 6th-round pick or something from San Jose. And San Jose got what's that guy? Holtz? Is that his name?
Yep, Holtz.
Yeah.
And a pick and something else. And I think Ottawa got Dawson Mercer and a 1st-round pick or something like that. It's just like, yeah, the Devils are getting Ottawa and San Jose's best players and only giving up.
Was it like Regos was a 9-team trade? No, it was a 9-player trade, 3 teams. It was awful.
And James Reimer, I think, was in there. Like, okay, they're trading James Reimer, and I don't know. It was just really bad.
It
was something that, like, I saw that Biz Nasty liked or something on Twitter.
Yeah,
course
no,
it is.
that's
And
not happening.
it made me chuckle.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
chuckle worthy,
that's
but we were talking about this last night. Dean, I believe that the Rangers are now really hard and heavy on Timo Meyer,
That's
and
what I hear. Yeah.
that's what I hear. And it's the big thing with the Devils bringing in Meyer is I don't think that there's any way that they're going to give a forward more than Jack. They're not going to bring in another forward and then pay them more than the face of the franchise right now. And that, is the Jack deal is incredible for what we have term and amount. I'm sure he'll get paid more when the next contract's up. But if Timo Meyer thinks he's going to be making 9, 10, 10 and a half, whatever, what have you,
Yeah.
he's not getting it from the Devils because there's no way they're going to pay him.
I
more
mean,
than
is
Jack.
he? I guess Bo Horvat's a good comp. Like he's like an $8.5 million player. If you have to go by those guidelines. But
Man,
not good.
That's sometimes these contracts just start to really inflate things, and with the cap not going up, it's some of these teams are going to get real cap strapped real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just before the break, so we have. No, go ahead. Sorry, seriously.
No, I was just
That
kind
was
of shaking my head. Yeah.
I'm shaking my head over here too.
Yeah, I think it's 1-1 Rangers in Calgary. There was a couple Rangers things that I had seen. I just wanted to actually ask you because this is a fantastic trivia question. Who has the most deflection goals since the 2013 season?
Joe Pavelski.
You would be second. Joe Pavelski with
Damn it.
56. In third is Anders Lee at 54. Can you name the number one guy? I said Rangers trivia.
Since when?
2013.
Panarin?
Nope.
No.
That would
I
be
don't know anyone on that garbage.
Christopher Kreider
team.
with 62.
I was thinking him. Damn it. I should have said it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Clydesdale. I didn't think he was that good in front of the net. I mean, and apparently he is. There was also a highest save percentage in the first 4 NHL seasons in NHL history, and Shesterkin's number 4. This one is pretty cool just because there's only 2 guys ahead of him, and it's Cale Makar and Sergei Zubov. But Fox now has 200 career points at 241 games, and for a defenseman, that's the 3rd fastest. He also has the most assists by defensemen following their first 250 career games. He trails only Brian Leach and some guy named Bobby Orr. So very cool. We'll talk about trades in a second. But did you guys see the Gmail, the GM email thread where they basically each GM writes on there who like they're looking at trading or who's available and stuff, and it's literally an email train that goes through each GM and trades are discussed. And everyone's asking, A, why not text? And B, why won't you do it on like some social media platform? Like you could get something high ranked. I can imagine Lou Lamoriello is the one who suggested this, considering he's so slow with everything. He's like, I just got to send emails.
I have not seen this.
I'd like to see that. That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it would be fantastic. Yeah, there's reports. Even Elliot Friedman had it on his show, so pretty good. Andrei Kuzmenko had signed an extension with the Canucks, a 2-year deal. So he's stayed in Vancouver. Ryan O'Reilly wished to stay in St. Louis, but it sounds like St. Louis is going to be a big-time dealer this trade deadline, which would be awesome for my bad pick of the Blues not making the playoffs. Would be very good. Pasternak this week could become the highest-paid NHL player, which would be just a disaster for the Bruins, and I want that to happen so badly.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're because what is it, Connor? Who's the top? Is it Connor McDavid? I should have.
I think it's before. McDavid. What, 11 and a half? 10 and a half? 11 and a half?
No,
something like
I think he. Oh no, it was McKinnon this year, right? I think McKinnon topped him out. Yeah, because his contract.
Is anybody over 12 or is 11 something the highest?
So Tyler Seguin makes 13, but that's just this
Jesus
year.
Christ.
I think it was something happened for
13.
this year. His average annual value is $9.8 million.
Yeah, okay.
Panarin's 11.62. McDavid is 12.5. And I'm pretty sure that McKinnon 12.6. It is McKinnon, 12.6, the average.
Wow.
So he's going to get over 12.6
12.6
million.
Oh my god! With the cap not going up, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, this year it's not going to go up. There was that report that everyone's pretty assuming that it's going to stay level.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big. I like it, though. You have Gary Bettman being in the NHL 30 years. It's about 29 years too
Great.
long.
Wow.
Just amazing.
Yeah, 30 years. Come on, you've done enough. Like, can you retire
Yeah.
or something already?
Exactly.
Do you think
Pacioretty-
Bill Daly would immediately go to the new as the new
I don't
commissioner,
even know
or they
that they
bring somebody else
have.
in?
I don't know that they have a succession plan for him. I don't think that's ever been announced. I think he's just
Yeah, I don't know.
there.
Yeah.
So that's
It's-
crazy.
I don't think he's ever
Um,
leaving unless he gets caught
Yeah,
doing
he's-
something terrible or something.
One
you mean
can
like
only
fixing
hope.
the draft. I mean, like fixing the
Yeah,
draft.
well, that would be great.
I mean, like he's already done
Gentlemen,
for the Rangers.
yeah, that'd be. Oh my god! I mean, if he could just give us Bedard and then leave, that would be fantastic. If he could rig it for
Yeah,
Bedard,
you
I'd be
ain't
happy.
getting Bedard. You
Yeah.
ain't getting Bedard.
Gentlemen,
God.
we have a new all-time goal scorer through the entire history of the world.
I saw
new-
that.
NHL goal scorer. I mean, a new altogether league
Just
goal
hockey.
scorer.
All over
Yep,
hockey.
hockey
goal
goal
scorer.
scorer. Jaromir Jagr celebrates his 51st birthday a week early by scoring his 1,099th goal to overtake the great one at the top of the charts. So,
Nice.
It's insane. That's
Jagr,
insane.
awesome.
Scoring professional goals at 51. Holy
Yep.
crap.
Yeah.
Man. All
Amazing.
the three
This
of us
guy-
will be doing will be the three of us will just hopefully be popping in a goal here or there in men's league. 51.
Eventually, we'll get there. I mean, I might be at.
Imagine
He's at
if he
1,099.
stayed in the damn league the whole time
Yeah,
and never left.
it is really.
So we didn't have a lockout and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He would have
Could
been.
have been.
I don't know. He could have
He'd be
been
up
all
near,
the way up top.
He'd be up near Ovi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pacioretty, we didn't talk about that, but his horrific injury with his second ruptured Achilles in the same
Ugh.
same year, same leg, which was just
Guy,
terrible
yeah.
to watch. ESPN Sports Science had it out there that the NHL hit is 17% harder than an NFL hit, even though NHL players are 20% smaller. So NFL can go suck it. Here's a good trivia question. Who leads the league in block shots this year as a forward?
We need a hint.
Shots
You have
at
guys-
forward.
You have guys like Andrei Kopitar. You have guys like Elias Pettersson. They are not number one. Who is the number one block shot guy?
Is it some rando or is it like a
No, it's a superstar.
okay?
Really?
Who's blocking shots and it's a superstar?
Toronto.
Marner?
Austin Matthews?
One Austin Matthews at 63.
Wow.
Yeah,
What's
pretty
going
cool.
on here? Oh.
American.
The Canucks are paying what is it? Over $7 million to three different coaches this year. Travis Green's at 2.75, Brucey's at $2 million, and then you have
That's
Tocchet at
insane.
2.75.
What a
That's
disaster
awesome.
of a franchise.
That is
Yeah,
so
they're,
disaster of a franchise.
They
That's
are
such a disaster
they are
of a
they are
place.
sinking quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Watch Bedard goes
We
to
didn't talk
Vancouver.
about.
Oh my god, I
Slim,
hope
we
not.
didn't talk about. That would be. I mean, he is obviously a Vancouver kid, so that would be nice for him and for the league. But yeah, that'd be a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Stamkos, Schwim, your boy hit the milestone. What was it 500 goals?
Yep.
And obviously he's going to be a Hall of Famer, and he's one of the
Definitely.
better guys to watch and be and kind of root for. I don't want him to win this year because you've already had two, but he's a lot of fun and he's a good guy. And that commercial with him and Hedman's pretty funny, where his son's just hits the
son's
guy up against the
laying
glass.
everybody out. Yeah.
I like that.
And Hedman's like he's only 3 months old or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even have him skating yet. He's only 3 months or whatever. I don't know.
Yep. Leonard, obviously, we talked about his snake farm thing. Connor McDavid's placement on the NHL 99 project rolls on as he came in at number 16, and a lot of people are upset by that. That he's so high. I don't know. I guess they're looking more towards his projection than what he's done recently, but I can understand why guys like Mark Messier would be pretty upset by being below Connor McDavid.
Yeah, for body
you
work.
can't compare these people from different eras. I think it's like totally different style of play and everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
So Pettersson just had a breakaway coming down on Vanacek's glove side, bangs it off the post, gets his own rebound, and Vanacek makes the left pad save on that second attempt. Fantastic. Nice. Vanacek makes like every single game that Vanacek plays, he makes at least 2 or 3 game-saving saves that are the difference in all of the victories he's had. So it's just he's good. The bargain of the summer. He was the bargain of the damn summer.
Let's see here. What do we at for the Rangers? Is it 1-1 still? I think it's the 1-1. Kane's undecided on a trade amidst rumors that the teams are interested. All right, let's just go to it. We're going to the standings, and I want to know from you guys what you think each team needs to do. Boston Bruins, number 1 in the Eastern Conference, 83 points in 51 games. They're
really.
So all right, so you don't think they need to do anything? You don't think?
I hope they do something, and it disrupts their chemistry completely, and they fall out in the first round.
All right, yeah,
but I don't know. They're they're rolling along. Like you could always add depth on your bottom 6 or defense, but I don't know. I don't think as long as they're healthy, I think they're fine the way they are, and they're probably getting. I think DeBrusk is coming back soon. He's been out for a little bit. I think he's supposed to be back soon, so that's only going to make them even better.
I don't see what there is for them to do.
We talk about Toronto Maple Leafs, numbers 2 in that division. Right now, Matt Murray's out with an ankle injury, at least at the next 2 games. Is it a goalie?
Surprising.
Is it a goaltender?
For who? Say again?
I don't know.
The Maple Leafs.
For Toronto.
Oh man, yeah, they got some goaltending trouble. But who worthwhile can they bring in and fit onto that roster money wise? That's the thing. Like I don't know. Like I don't know who would be available. I mean the Devils could potentially trade them Mac Black, but I don't know who would be available. What goaltender would even be available that would a team would want to give up? That would be worth it.
I would. Yeah, that's
terrible.
that's interesting.
Unless
I think we lost
the Shorts guy.
Yeah, it's okay.
And now he's gone from the.
Yep. No, he's taking a second, so that's good. All right. So, all right. So I would assume that if it's not, Ray Leo says Blackwood. Leafs need a defenseman. He also says. I was going to say defenseman as well, but I think
if they bring in a goalie, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. I think they should just roll what they have. Roll with Samsonov. Oh man, if they trade for Demko, I'd be very upset by that because I love Demko.
Be interesting, right? Yeah.
I don't want to play him if it's going to be Tampa, Toronto first round.
Yeah.
Again.
All right, Trim. Your Tampa Bay Lightning. What do you want your team to do?
I don't know. I don't know what they're. I want them to trade friggin' get something for Cal Foote, but I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
Maybe in the off season, but he's not even playing. He's been like scratched every night, so it's. I'm pretty sure. And the other kid that came out of camp that nobody saw making the team is Nick Perbix. he's completely supplanted him.
Yeah, he's
And
done well.
yeah, he's doing pretty good. So I think they're higher on him right now than Foot. So, but I mean, I guess depth scoring would be nice. I don't see them adding any superstar like Timo Meyer or anything like that. Maybe like they always do. They added like a couple years. They added Gaudreau, they added Hagel, they added Coleman. Just like role depth guys, kind of like that. They could maybe do that again. I don't know how they fit that in anywhere, but they've done it before, so we'll see. I wouldn't mind that. Maybe a defenseman for the playoffs because they're kind of, I don't know, they have like Bogosian and the Perbix kid who's, doesn't have a lot of experience. Then you got Hedman, Sergachev are good. Chernek's, good steady defenseman. After that, it's, not that much experience, and Bogosian's old and slow, but I don't know. If they had, oh, nice. There you go.
Jersey patch.
Oh no, he's Canadian, right? He's not American.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Canadian.
Is he? Does it say it on there? I'm pretty sure he's Canadian, right?
No, it doesn't say it on this one. No.
Ah, damn. But yeah, so that's all I if they add somebody, that's all I would see them do is just like a depth forward or depth defenseman.
Yep. All right.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
What happened?
Tampa's getting smoked.
Where are we at?
They just let up a shot from the point. It's 4-1. I think it was deflected, but still.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, Buffalo Sabres, and now I'll take this one. I think they go big, and I think they need to go big. I think
they should
put it to this dressing room that you are a complete contender. You're sitting in fourth at 56 points. You are just outside of the playoffs because you have Penguins ahead by 1 at 57 for that second wildcard spot. Give these kids a chance. I mean, you got Tage, who's been great. Maybe they're a dark horse for a Timo Meyer, where you get something in there pretty good.
I would like that. I would like to see that. I'd like to see Buffalo in the playoffs. I miss Buffalo in the playoffs. Yeah. I don't think they're going to do any damage by any means this year, but still, I would like to see them.
He says maybe them going after Chikrin. Yeah, I could see that as solidify that top 4. That could be pretty interesting. But yeah, I think Buffalo needs to go full bore. Florida Panthers don't have anything to really trade, and I think they just got to stay put. And maybe it's a small.
I think they should,
piece, but
they're playing better as of right now. They weren't that good. I mean, they might be a little too late, but I don't know. Maybe if they go on like a serious run here in the second half, they can sneak in. But yeah, I don't think they have much to like bargain with.
Yeah, Florida.
Shorts, you think if Panthers? Yeah.
So if anything, Florida, they would just I don't know for Florida, and I don't know if it would work with Toronto, but getting out of that Bob contract and maybe sticking with Spencer Knight would be. I mean, I don't know that Toronto could take Florida. Yeah. Well, I mean, if they take a page from the TBL playbook, and find some way to
$9.5
million. LTIR. Well, I don't know. Ow!
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Clawed my leg to get up here.
And how hurt is Spencer Knight? How long is he going to be out for?
I think he's still a couple. Was it a couple weeks? I
don't know, because they're thinking that they can go on like a run here and make the playoffs.
Actually, doesn't have him on the injury report anymore. Maybe he came back.
No.
Yeah, he's not on the injury report. Maybe he just come back now.
Well, that would be good for them. He might be their future because they were talking about having him. There were rumors of maybe Bob being the guy to move. So,
they have to move him. Knight is their future, and he's cheap. So
yeah, and you can't have
cheap for now.
Salary in your backup, making all that money, just sitting on the bench. At least get something for him.
No way. Yeah. Ottawa Senators, are they just played out with what you got, or you think these guys sellers?
Yeah, I wouldn't try to sell anything. You got good young talent there. I just stay the course. It's going to take time for them. So I think they just gotta I don't know, not sell anything right now. Maybe
they're probably going to want to keep whatever value they can keep, because if that team is truly on the verge of being sold, or at least in the works of being sold, you think that the current estate right now is going to want to have a high value, as high
Yeah.
a projected value as they can. So by selling off and kind of gutting the team, that's just going to kill their value in sales.
I mean, they could
Or in a
trade a
sale.
Tyler Mott again, or they could deal a Derek Brassard. There are smaller guys out there, Matthew Joseph,
Yeah.
But
you're not getting rid
it
of
may-
Giroux
You're not trading Stutzla like the
yeah,
or to Brinkett.
like the Twitter group said.
but
Yeah.
but it may also be a hard sell to get to get any players that want to get traded to Ottawa without knowing what the ownership situation is as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right, Detroit Red Wings. They were supposed to be in it this year. They were supposed to be contenders. Obviously, they're falling to seventh in the division. Does Yzerman do something to get them to where he thought they would be this year?
I think
Dylan
he'll
Larkin-
just trade away whatever to acquire more picks and keep building that team up.
Dylan Larkin to the Devils for Holtz and a pick.
Oh, you funny Devils fans! You guys
Actually,
are
no,
so funny.
no. We were actually honestly talking about that last night on the Let's Go Devils podcast. Find a way to package Holtz and a couple other pieces. I can't remember what we were talking about, but potentially Dylan Larkin. If Timo Meier is going to just not work out and he's going to want way too much, then I think Dylan Larkin would be a good potential backup trade for the Devils.
Yeah,
That was
There's
Scotty's
been-
idea, so I can't take credit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean Larkin's been all over the place, right? I've heard it from the Devils to Detroit. I've heard Buffalo. I've heard, Carolina even, especially because they have Pacioretty back on LTIR.
Mhm.
So interesting. Montreal Canadiens are just going to sell. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Metro. Columbus is going to sell. Philly's going to sell. Islanders are going to obviously contend. I don't think they're going to make another trade, but they're going to try to see what they have with these kids.
Someone
What was
Yep.
the ultimate group?
had mentioned. Oh no, I'm not even gonna say because I can't even remember exactly what
Rangers.
it was. Boo!
Boo.
2-1.
Boo!
About adding pieces, shorts, Islanders.
Yeah, but I can't remember exactly what it was, so I'm gonna stop right there because I
All right.
can't remember anything.
Yeah, maybe a
so I don't
small
wanna go.
piece they could do. Pittsburgh, and I want to talk to Steve about this. There's been Thatcher Demko rumors, and they are that second wild card spot right now. Them getting Thatcher Demko would scare the crap out of me if I'm any other fan. If I'm the Bruins and I'm playing Thatcher Demko in the first round, that's tough. That really is. And the Penguins do need goaltending help, so I think that's their pressing need. You guys think of anything else?
No, goaltending I think has always been has been the Penguins' bane of their existence recently.
Yep.
So
Washington Capitals.
speaking of which, oh man, where are they? They're
I could
wild
see
card
them-
spot.
Yeah, first wild card. I could see them going after a Chikrin because they
Going
have no
after somebody.
defenseman on the books.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no defenseman on the books after next year. I think the only one is the only one is Carlson. I think everyone else is a free agent.
Wow.
yeah, because they're only 2 points out of third in the Metro.
Yeah, yeah.
Taking over.
They'll definitely they'll make some sort of splash.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
My New York Rangers, the team that I continually just have issues with every now and then.
Boo! There's a big. I just saw a video on Instagram. There's quite the scrap in that Rangers game.
Yeah, apparently. Well, Ray Leo said something about Trouba throwing more questionable hits. I didn't see it, so
Of course.
who knows? But there's Lucic is out there, so obviously he's going to be a deterrent for any kind of shenanigans.
No, Lucic.
I see that, sir.
Lucic was fighting. Lucic got an open.
Who did he go
eye sit.
after? I didn't even see that.
I'll send it to the group. So come on,
All right.
replay.
I'll have to take a
dumb
look.
thing. Here we go. Oh, no, sound. I don't want sound.
No, not sound.
No.
I've never done that.
This is one of those podcasts tonight that's just a disaster.
Yeah.
He went after
Kevin
what?
Peter can't be stopped.
Anyway, let's move it on.
Yeah.
Rangers,
All right,
they
let's
suck.
go. Yeah, I
We
want
just
small
scored?
pieces. I don't think Rangers scored again. Oh, you guys
Devils
scored.
scored. Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Not nice. Yeah, for Rangers quickly. I want small things.
Pally.
I don't want
Pally.
I don't want a Timo
Yeah.
Meyer. I do not want to. The only big name would be Chikrin because it would be nice to solidify the top four. You could put Lindgren on a bottom pair. That'd be nice, but I don't think they could take on that kind of term right now.
Oh, what a tip! What a tip!
I need a fourth line. It's the Tyler Mott trade. It's trades like that. I take Tyler Mott back again on the fourth line. I just need the team themselves to kind of grow out of this malaise. Shorts guy, 68 points. Hopefully not 70 points after today. But your New Jersey Devils,
we're there right now.
What do you want to see them do at the trade deadline?
All right, so at the trade deadline,
or before whatever.
Yeah. The Timo Meyer thing is seemingly that's 3-1, baby. Pally again, it looks like. Yeah, Pally again. The second goal. Oh yeah.
Was that a goal in was that a couple seconds?
2 goals in less than a minute for Pally.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow. Former
I should watch that game instead.
Seriously. You've got TBL scoring all over the place here with Pally with 2. How does this go in?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing with the Devils was, that was a nice save. Or I think they went wide. Woo. Pally, wow, yeah, what a nice goal. So the biggest thing for the Devils when they've gone through their losing streaks is the
28 seconds, 2 goals in 28 seconds.
Yeah, Pally was their lack of secondary scoring. If the Devils can solidify their secondary,
Jesus Christ!
So for all 4 or 5 people that actually listen to this, the sound. we're all just reacting to our teams playing. And there's another one. Jack again.
I know, that's what I was laughing at.
Wow, what the hell is happening?
Oh, that's what you were. Look at that. 4-1,
that's what I was
Dean.
saying. I'm like, there's another one.
Oh my God!
Yeah, way off.
Yeah, well, I'm
you're
watching.
way behind.
Yeah, it says I'm live, but obviously I'm not. Here we go. Anyway, so let's get back to my fantastic team right now, or at least they're fantastic for right now. So the lack of secondary scoring. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Is what was plaguing the Devils when they were not doing well. But the way this team is playing, like a game like tonight, is a perfect example. If this team plays like this, I don't really know if there's really anything you want to change. The whole Timo Meyer thing and him wanting a massive contract and he's not going to get more than Jack. So sorry if you think you're going to come here and get that. No. Oh, geez. Tatar had a partial breakaway swim. That would have been good for you.
I didn't think the Trouba was that bad.
Was there an elbow involved?
No. Oh, Sammy Blade destroyed Milan Lucic.
Yeah, that was the hit.
Yeah, sorry, we are so off the rails.
We are off the rails. Yeah, for anyone listening, just audio, this is just disaster.
Just watch us speak. Don't hit mute or something.
Yeah.
Just watch the video.
So if the Devils can solidify their secondary scoring, I don't know if there's anyone that I would feel the need to bring in. But maybe some defensive depth if something's out there. Timo Meyer, the more and more I hear of it, like I was trying to say before I got distracted by everything, it's just sounding less and less like a deal that I want to make. Dylan Larkin, as we were talking last night, could potentially be a much better trade for the Devils. I know Holtz is a piece to potentially move, and move Jack to the wing. Have Larkin center Jack would be fantastic. But if this team can get that consistency like they're looking tonight and like they've been in the last bunch of games, it's there's not a lot that I would really want to mess up as far as chemistry goes. The only thing that I would want to see the Devils change is they're the heart attack kids, and they're waiting to the very end of games to draw at level, which can really kind of pile up in the negative in a 7-game series. You get 2-3 games where you're doing that. That's a problem. So, but long story short, Actually, short story long. I have full faith in what Fitzgerald is going to do, and I have full faith that he knows what the room needs and what to bring in or what not to bring in.
Yeah. All right, Carolina Hurricanes. They have obviously the top 6, which is very good. I think they need to make a move where Jesperi Kotkaniemi is not a major player for them. I would, I think that he's even at 22, which is crazy. He's 22 years old and he's supposed to be the second line center. Just too much pressure on him. Either make a move to get better, or you have to drop him in the lineup. And I just think that they need one more piece, especially with Pacioretty not in. They have to do something there.
Yeah. They're gonna have to just to solidify and keep themselves going. But then again, Patches hasn't been there for a lot of the season, correct?
Yeah. But I guess they were looking for that to be their trade deadline acquisition.
Yeah, no, I know he just came back, so.
But poor guy.
Yeah, it sucks. Really does. All right, Western Conference. Blackhawks sell. Coyotes sell. St. Louis Blues gonna be selling.
Sell.
Like
now,
your pumpkin stock.
This next team,
sell.
Yeah, this next team, Nashville Predators, are 2 spots out of the wild card at the moment. I know they're going to want to get 10 because they have guys like Roman Josi and they have the goaltender. I feel like they could kind of play this year off and come back next year and do some damage because they do have some interesting players on that roster, guys that can win and have won. Phil Forsberg and Nito.
Jesus Christ!
You guys tell me. You think this is a team that should be going in?
I think they'll try to acquire just because they're so close.
Yep.
And everyone thinks when they're that close, they're like, "Oh, if we can add a piece or go on like a little run right here, we can make the playoffs and go in, firing on all cylinders and maybe surprise some teams." But most of the time that doesn't work out, and then you end up acquiring these people for nothing and losing them for nothing if they're rental players and whatnot. Yep. So I don't know. I think they'll do something because they're so close. So, but it might not work out how they think it will.
Yeah,
I would agree.
This next team, the most dangerous second wildcard team of all time, the Colorado Avalanche, 57 points. They're sitting right there at like I said, the second wild card. They have the cap to go out and get a big piece, and I would absolutely do that if I was them.
Plus, they're now just starting to get healthy, correct?
Yeah.
So, if they have the cap to acquire someone, they may also not have to acquire much because getting players back from injury is going to be like acquiring players via trade. So, Colorado's definitely going to be because they're 1 point out of third in the Central.
Yeah, 1 point out of third. Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna be in that third spot.
And Landeskog's been out all year. He's resuming skating. He's supposedly supposed to be back in March. So right there, that's like a deadline acquisition if he comes back in March.
And they did get
who knows that sounds like a Stammer move. It sounds like a Tampa Bay Stammer move.
Yeah.
Minnesota Wild, we would obviously assume that they're going to the problem is that cap hit for both Parise and Sutter. I think they got to make a move, right? A small move.
They're going to have to because with the way that Colorado is going to be playing and they want to stay in there, and with as tight as that is, it's because they're at 58, Colorado's at 57, Edmonton's at 60. You lose 2 games in a row and Colorado wins 2 games in a row, you're now in that second wild card spot, and you're a point out of not even being in the playoffs. I think there may be a lot more buying in the Western Conference than in the Eastern Conference because it's just so damn tight.
Tampa and the Winnipeg Jets are the only teams to have not lost more than once in overtime. Winnipeg 32-19-1, 65 points. I I was very wrong about this team. I really didn't think they were gonna be good this year, but they have flying by, and they didn't take the Wheeler captaincy really as a negative at all, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they go for it. Right? I think they need a defenseman is the big one. They have Morrissey, who's an all-star. Pionk is decent. I would say defenseman is this team's need.
Yeah, because they definitely they sure as hell have the goaltending. I think Hellebuck is going to be the story of the season for them this year. Finding his form and just kind of taking that team and leading it all the way. I was not expecting Winnipeg to be where they are at all after last season. So, but yeah, Winnipeg's going to be shoring some things up as well. So, you can kind of expect that. What?
You're on a delay, so I'll apologize now.
Yeah, I'm on a delay. What do we got here? How bad is this going to be that VTech lets in?
Bad one. I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, because it's Luke Shen who scored.
Oh,
so it's not good.
Nice.
Get deflected.
Dallas Stars up next, and our buddy Dan would love for this team to make a move. The top six is good, and Jamie Benn's had a career year, or not career year, but a bounce back year. I think they need to make a move to solidify that middle six. They do have, like we said, but they have guys like Pavelski and the biggest surprise in the league with Jason Robertson, and you have
it was just a rising shot that he was just completely screened.
He was screened on.
Yeah, completely.
Rube and Tyler Seguin.
Needs to pick it up, I think, a little bit.
Yep. But I could see definitely a middle six player coming in to play with Marchment and Kiviranta.
Yeah, I think they'll try to acquire something to improve and try to go on a run. So they're a good friggin' team. They just need maybe a piece or two to solidify everything. Ooh. Nope.
All right, lastly, the shitty Pacific. Ducks are selling. San Jose is going to sell. Vancouver sell. Calgary, 57 points right now, losing to the Rangers 2-1. They're gonna 3 points out of.
They're gonna have to if they think they can make that wild card spot, they're gonna have to start buying soon, because if they, unless by the deadline they're so far out of it that they could potentially be sellers, but after last summer and what they lost, their fan base is going to be livid to go from what they had to what they are now. It's like, what the hell?
I think what they're going to do is they're going to see how this month goes, how February goes, and if they have a good month and they put themselves in a good position, then they'll be buyers. If they kind of fall back, then they either be sellers or nothings. They won't do anything.
Yeah.
So I think a lot depends on this month.
Yeah, sorry, Shrimp. Lindholm's obviously been decent for them. He's their number one center. Toffoli's been good on the right wing. He's their second leading goal scorer behind Nazem Kadri, who's having an okay year. He's doing, decent.
I think he's doing pretty good for a brand new team. Yeah, Huberdeau's the one.
Yeah.
Has a little bit of
points, 47 games.
Fatigue or something, going to a new team and not really gelling right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mangiapane, same thing. Last year he has over 30 goals. This year he's only got 10. So they need more, backup scoring from him and Coleman and some other guys, Dylan Dubé. All right, getting into the real shit. Edmonton Oilers. I mean, really everything, right? Anything to do with defense or goaltender, you would figure you would go for?
Something to solidify that team for a playoff run.
That's always the bane of their existence, is their goaltending. They can never figure that out.
Yeah.
They went riding on the back of Lightning legend Mike Smith, and it didn't get them anywhere.
They have 4 guys over 60 points. Hyman 60, Nugent Hopkins is having a career year. He's got 60. Draisaitl 76, and then obviously McDavid is at 92, and he's all world. Tyson Barrie, leading the power play, has got 34 points. But Darnell Nurse has been Bouchard has not taken the step they needed him to take. Evander Kane had the injuries. He's almost a point per game player, but he had injuries and he's been kind of out. But Kyler Yamamoto has been pretty bad. Klim Kostin, they just haven't gotten that backup scoring from their wingers. in the bottom 6. And then you look at, Puyarvi is probably going to be traded, especially to get Cap off the books.
Yeah, he's definitely going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is goaltending. They have Stuart Skinner, 13 and 10, a 292 goals against average, 829 save percentage. Or sorry, 914 save percentage. And then their number one goalie, who they paid money in the offseason to come in and bring in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always a goaltending issue with them.
Yep.
They sign a guy to be their number one, and now he's been supplanted by friggin' Stuart Skinner, who's playing good.
Who's
I wouldn't
an
say he's
all-star.
like
An all-star.
Yeah, blowing the doors off or anything, but like it's always something with goaltending. Like it's, I don't know. It's. I think it's going to be their kryptonite every year now.
They just haven't had good goaltending at all in a very long time. I'm trying to think back.
Mm-hmm.
Who was their last really good goaltender?
Dwayne Rollison when they went to the. Did they go to a cup final with him? Right.
Yeah.
Dwayne Rollison has to be their last great goaltender.
Former Tampa Bay Lightning also. Yeah,
a long time ago. So they just
all right. Vegas Golden Knights.
Again, they just can't do it.
Yeah, no, but not good.
Anyway, sorry.
No, my bad, bud. Vegas Golden Knights. We watched this team in person. Lose to a really bad Anaheim Ducks team with Clayton Keller scoring a hattie.
Arizona.
Thompson's been okay. Sorry, Arizona.
At Mullen Arena.
Thompson's at Mullen Arena. Thompson's been okay.
Me yelling at Thompson.
Yep. They have three very good defensemen in Martinez, Pietrangelo, and obviously Theodore. I could see, a middle 6 winger coming in, helping that team out. They have the centers that to kind of play around, but yeah, I think one more depth piece and this team could be pretty decent.
I think they're middle of the pack. They'll add somebody like middle, not top, but middle, bottom 6, or I don't think they're going to do anything with the defense. Honestly, I think if anything, they'll add maybe a forward or something.
Yeah,
just to get maybe some guy who has experience or something, playoff experience on that team. And I don't know. A lot of these teams are just like real question marks. Like I don't know which direction are they going to try to go for it, or are they going to try to just stay put with what they have? I don't know.
So here's a good one to ask you, Shwim. LA Kings, Quentin Byfield, 9 points in 24 games. He's kind of played just middle 6,
Jeez,
lower at
Christ. Okay, I'm turning this game off. Sorry. It just set up a horrendous goal right in the beginning of the period. I'm done watching it.
This team, LA Kings, has so much youth. They had the best prospect, group coming in. Gabe Velarde's been pretty good. 31 points, 45 games. Kaliev, has been decent on the wing. But would you trade Quentin Byfield for a big piece?
No.
Yeah,
no. It's too soon. It's way too soon. The team sucks. You can put whoever on that team. They're not going to be good. These kids. He's going to need time. He needs more time, and he needs the team to. He's got to I think kind of grow with the team. He's on a shitty team right now. He's not going to be, blowing the hinges off the doors here. So I don't know. They have so many good prospects that I think they just have to stay the course, let them develop, and then cash in later, maybe with somebody else. Yeah,
it takes time. I mean, look at the Devils. The Devils had to go through, about 4 crap seasons as their players developed, and here we are now, looking, finally good. So,
all right. Last but not least, and certainly in the Pacific, a team that's kind of come out of nowhere to lead the division, Seattle Kraken, 29-15-5, 63 points. Last 10, 6-3-1. Pretty decent team. I think this organization needs to. I know they got Jason Megna from the Sharks. They acquired some depth, but I think they need something big.
Splash. No pun intended.
Big splash. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like they're one of those teams that's you think of their roster and it's who's there?
Yeah,
maybe
you want to know who's there?
Because I don't pay much attention. Brandon Tanev is there. I know that.
Yeah. Leading goal scorer is Jared McCann, 23 goals. Leading point guy, Andrei Burakovsky, 39 points. Eberle's right there at 38. Beniers is having a good, solid rookie season, probably the favorite for rookie of the year, 36 points in 47 games. Vince Dunn has been really good for them on defense. And then Shroom's boy Yanni, solid middle six center.
Yanni Gourde.
They need a. If there's a possible way for, I don't think they're going to trade him in the division, but if there's a way to get Seattle to get Timo Meyer, or a Chikrin,
happening.
I make
That
the
would be
deal
bad
and
on-
I go.
Sorry, Shorts guy.
Oh no! Now what? There's like 40 seconds left.
Yeah.
Rangers
sorry.
just to Foley. Foley just scored. Damn it.
Holy crap! There's just
All of our
the
teams
hell?
are letting up goals.
But goaltending
Mine
for them,
especially.
Martin Jones has had a really good year.
Played really well. Yeah.
yeah. I kind of
Really, Philip Grubauer needs to be the guy that steps up and be that number one for them.
I don't know. At this point, I think you got to keep riding Jones. He's got you this far. You got to, unless he completely shits the bed, then I guess you go back to Grubauer. But I don't know. I think they'll try to add. I think they're going to go for it. They're gonna think they're like Vegas.
Shoot.
Oh, that one where what's his face? Spencer Martin made that sliding save.
All right, we're gonna go and watch our teams. Where all three of us are just losing.
Yeah, we're all
right
watching.
now. Caps.
Yeah.
Caps got Sonny Milan on a 3-year, $5.7 million extension. So good depth piece.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear the beers. This cider, Kentucky Sunrise, solid 4.
I'm going 4.0 also.
4.0, like it.
People
45.
falling out of buildings.
45.
Yeah, guy.
I like it, Munhead. Schwimmer, take her home, bud.
Well, I have a wife joke now that I can say that since I'm married. I can make the dad and wife jokes. I gotta remember it. I told my wife. I told you. No, I told you yesterday. I want to be cremated when I die, and she made me an appointment for Tuesday.
I like it.